Welcome to this weekly update video, and not too much happened this week. Polo did not become nearly as strong as I anticipated. It ended up a 65-mile hurricane, and it's still active currently as a 35-mile tropical storm, but is likely to be declared a post-tropical remnant low tomorrow due to the overall absence of significant deep convection. It's been somewhat surprising, but I do sense we are entering a little bit of a pattern change. We no longer see the anti-cyclonic frost off the west coast of Baja California, like in the area where Norbert Odile intensified. With that said, wind shear is now more consistently low, basin-wide. So I do expect conditions to remain favorable as we have another Invest 990 to the south, and there's decent moral support that the system could become yet another very powerful hurricane. And given the track record that the season has, it would not surprise me one bit if we are dealing with another Category 3-4 hurricane off the west coast of Mexico, as it has 5 days over a very warm sea surface temperature of around 28 degrees Celsius or higher, much like Hurricane Marie, Norbert, and Odile. The good news is the track so far, the hurricane appears will follow Marie, but we do have a strong trough that will be coming in across the western United States. And if the system gets strong enough, there's always a chance that the track shifts dramatically east and this hurricane tries to go towards Mexico. And even a few of the runs yesterday were bringing us somewhat close to the coast. So I would not rule out a possible land impact scenario completely. However, I will say at this point it is unlikely. The storm will probably remain at sea. So I don't think there's any reason to watch it quite yet. With that said, for trackers out there like me, I do think there's a good chance we could see at least another hurricane of this. If it does become a hurricane, there would be 11 in a row. However, there are some obstacles that this hurricane will have to overcome. Much like Norbert, there is no convectively coupled Kelvin wave around. Let's move that one. The suppressed phase of the Kelvin wave will be approaching shortly. Therefore, I do not particularly expect an upper-end Category 5 to come out of this, but it's possible, I guess. The JFS runs seem to be indicating around 970 millibars, knowing models that usually comes out to around, I'd say around the low-end Category 3. So this hurricane should not be taken lightly, and it's likely to grow quite powerful over the coming days. It'll likely be named Rachel. That puts us about on track where we should be if the season wants to become usually the first season to have more than 20 named storms, and the last season to have more than 20 named storms. More was 1992, and that was the most active hurricane season on record. Who would have thought at that time that it'd be how many more years? 22 years till the East Pacific would be this active. Conditions have been excellent all season long. It's probably all going to come down to, however, what happens in October. But if trends continue, if shear stays below average, I do think my forecast and my goal for the season will verify. In addition, there's also a question mark: are we going to set the major hurricane record. We've had 8 so far. 2 more sounds pretty realistic. If all goes well, we'll have 1 probably by the weekend. So 1 by October is pretty easy. The season is showing no signs of slowing down. It may not slow down until the intertropical convergence zone and a combination of that and dry air sweeps through the Baja California, bringing the subtropical jet and Pineapple Express will come established off the west coast of the Baja California Peninsula, and that's still, I'd say, the intertropical convergence zone shut down and the subtropical jet thing happening are still close to 6 weeks away, so we still have a good, so the chances are still being good that if we get system every other week after this week, yeah, the odds are looking good that we will hit 21 we will hit 21 hailstorms if that happens. The East Pacific has been a very favorable place this season. I'm not going to repeat myself. The CFS has been pretty off and on, but this late season they have not done as good of a job as I would have liked. And I think at this point, the best way to approach it is, are there going to be any inhibiting factors? So the MJO appears to be retrograding at this point. Probably going to retrograde to phase 6, probably help the WAPAC, then turn around, probably migrate to the Indian Ocean, go to phase 7 and 8, and we'll see if it goes into the Atlantic or the Indian Ocean. We'll take it from there. Looks like we will have some MJO support, though MJO has been pretty incoherent this summer. If you've been paying attention to my videos all season long, so it's uncertain what the effect is. I think right now the primary catalyst to tropical cyclone activity and hurricanes in general will be these convectively coupled Kelvin waves. And those have aided in multiple rapid intensification phases this season. Anyhow, Dow, whatever happens up. What? Is there anything else I have to say? Anyhow, the seashore temperatures remain warm with the developing El Nino should only help with things. And that should wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.